Welcome back to the CAD Thinkers YouTube channel. I'm Neil, and in this video we're going to be showing how to make the hand flexible. So in the previous video you probably saw how to make the flesh and thus the aesthetic parts of the hand, as you can see right here. And so now in this video, using these two joints, the articulated joint and the ball and socket joint, we're going to make this hand flexible. So first, let's get started with the articulated joint. Now, you should have already seen how to make this in a previous video. If you don't, then you can go watch that tutorial to see the step-by-step ways of how to do it. But I'll quickly just make it on screen here right now. Great, so this is our articulated joint. Now let's go input it between the 5 fingers. So now I'm going to make the ball and socket joint. First, what you're going to have to do is get a ball. And so this is what's going to make our bottom part right there. So first you're going to get a cube and raise it up about, let's say, 16. Of course, can't forget to put the ruler down. Now this cube, which is again 20 by 20, it's raised up 16, so you're going to put it directly over the sphere, make it a hole, and combine them, thus taking off the top piece. And then we're going to do that again on the sides of the sphere. So this time we're going to, as you can see, it's set up to -16, so we're going to take off, I'll make it -15 so we can take off the 5 from each side, and then +15 here. So 1, 2, 3, combine them together, and then finally you're going to get another sphere, make it a hole, and this one has to be smaller. So I want the thickness to be 2, right? So I'm going to make this 16 by 16 by 16, and that means I'm going to have to raise it up 2, and not going to center it, but put it at 2 and 2. And combine them. And as you can see, the top is still a little tight, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit more off the top. So go ahead and make this 14. Great, so that looks good, like a good hole. If you'd like, you can make it even thinner. And now we're going to make the ball part. So the hole is the diameter of 16, you want it to be, the ball to be a little bit smaller so that there's some tolerance. So I'm gonna make it 15 by 15 by 15. Then I'm gonna get a rod. Let's make this ball orange. And now this is gonna be the long stick part. I'm gonna make this a 3 by 3 by, let's say, 18. Raise it up, and I'll move this off to the side for a brief second, just so I can make sure I'm centering this. Great. So now that they're aligned, I can combine them. Move it off to the side. Set it back in. Move it off 5. And then I'm going to have to raise this up by 2.5. And yeah, put it at 2.2. Oh, actually, it should be 2.5. And that's it. That's all you need to do for the ball and socket joint. And me making a 2.5 was just for alignment purposes. So this is your ball and socket joint. Now let's go ahead and put this inside of our hand. But before we do that, what we need to do is first orient it, right? So we're gonna have to combine them. Not combine them, but we do need to rotate them. So rotate 90 degrees. And I want to make it so that it's inside of the actual box of the hand. I guess the palm is a biological term. So let's get a cylinder, and I'm going to make it align with this blue part right here, because this is what I'm going to have inside of the hand. And if you remember, this was initially 20 by 20 before I cut some parts out. So accordingly, this is also going to be 20 by 20. And I'm going to sit it right above my cylinder right here. And if it doesn't fit, then what I can do is just go ahead and make it a tiny little bit bigger. Not 22, but 21. And as you can see, it fits quite well. So let's just, like that. Let's reduce the height, and then raise it up. Great. And here, actually, I might even reduce it just a tiny bit more. Let's see if it still works. Oh, guess not. So let's make it a little taller. Great. And just a little bit more. Perfect. So let's grab it. And let's see if this fits inside the hand. If it doesn't, then I can make the hole smaller and make the actual thing smaller. So indeed it looks like it's going to be a tiny bit too big. So I'm going to move. So first I'm going to, again, put it back, align it together, and I'm going to grab it all and make it a little bit thinner like that. I'm still going to make it nice and long. Still thinner and shorter, and now let's stick it in. So as you can see, yeah, it's definitely going to look thin for sure, but it'll work nicely. So we're going to want to do it like this first, to where you can see the hole. Combine it, and as you can see, we have this ball that sits nicely inside of the joint. It can definitely rotate, and it still sits all the way inside the palm, so you're not going to see the joint the whole time, but it will still be able to serve its functions. And the range of motion is limited by the size of the rectangular hole, but that really shouldn't be a big deal. It's as mobile as a normal finger should be. So I'm going to go ahead and, we forgot to make this black. Let's see. This black and this black. And now I'm just going to go ahead and put this into all the different fingers. So now, after adding all the joints, this hand should be able to move just like a normal hand can. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and follow for more TinkerCAD tutorials and other cool projects. Thanks for watching.